So, you're thinking about moving to Cary, North Carolina? Hold up. Before you start packing that moving truck, you need to learn why everyone's moving to Cary, North Carolina, and why some people regret it. U.S. News and World Report ranked it number 5 in the nation and number 1 in North Carolina for its 2025-2026 Best Places to Live list. I'm talking about the real truths you need to know about living in Cary, North Carolina in 2025. These aren't the usual "it's humid" complaints. You already know that. These are actual challenges that people who've recently relocated to the Triangle area are facing right now. If you can't handle them, Cary might not be the right fit for your family. Let's dive into the Cary, North Carolina hype machine. First, let's talk about why everyone thinks moving to Cary, North Carolina is the answer to all their problems. You've probably seen the rankings. Cary, North Carolina consistently appears on every best places to live list. Money Magazine, U.S. News and World Report, Forbes, they all love Cary. And here's the thing, they're not wrong about a lot of it. Cary, North Carolina really does have some of the best schools in North Carolina. The crime rates in Cary are genuinely impressive. The job market in the Triangle area, especially around Research Triangle Park, is absolutely booming. But here's what these rankings don't tell you about living in Cary, North Carolina. They don't mention that the median home price in Cary, North Carolina just hit $629,000 as of June 2025. They don't talk about the traffic nightmare that happens every single day on I-40 and Highway 54. And they definitely don't mention the social pressure that comes with living in one of the most competitive communities in the Southeast. I'm Phil Slezak, and I've been helping families find their dream homes in Cary and the Triangle area for over 20 plus years. I can tell you that Cary consistently ranks as one of the most desirable places to live in the entire Southeast. Text Cary to 919-607-4844 to get your free Cary Real Truth Relocation Guide right now, or click below my calendar link to schedule your private Zoom strategy session. So let me break down what's really happening when you move to Cary, North Carolina in 2025. Truth number 1 that they don't want you to know about moving to Cary, North Carolina: the cost of living will shock you. And it's not just the housing prices. Yes, that $700,000 to $900,000 minimum. But the housing costs are just the beginning of the financial reality of living in Cary, North Carolina. Your property taxes in Wake County are considered moderate compared to many other states you're moving from. We're talking about an effective rate that is around 1% of your home's value annually. Then there's the lifestyle inflation that happens when you move to Cary, North Carolina. Suddenly, you're surrounded by neighbors who drive luxury cars, send their kids to expensive summer camps, and expect you to keep up. The social pressure to maintain a certain lifestyle in Cary, North Carolina is real, and it's expensive. I've had clients tell me they budgeted for the mortgage payment, but didn't account for the fact that everything in Cary, North Carolina costs more, from groceries at Harris Teeter to dining out in downtown Cary. The Triangle area might be more affordable than California or New York, but Cary specifically is the premium option, and you pay premium prices for everything. Truth number 2 about moving to Cary, North Carolina: the traffic situation is getting worse every single year, and public transportation is practically non-existent. Here's what the Cary, North Carolina marketing materials won't tell you. If you're commuting to Research Triangle Park during rush hour, what should be a 15-minute drive can easily turn into 45 minutes to an hour. I-40, Highway 54, and Cary Parkway become parking lots between 7 to 9 a.m. and 4:30 to 6:30 p.m. And if you're thinking about taking public transportation in the Triangle area, think again. The bus system in Cary, North Carolina is limited at best. There's no light rail, no subway system, nothing like what you might be used to if you're moving from a major metropolitan area. This means every adult in your family who works needs a car. Your teenagers will need cars. You'll be driving everywhere, to the grocery store, to restaurants, to your kids' activities. The walkability score in most of Cary, North Carolina is pretty low, despite all the parks and greenways. I've had families move to Cary, North Carolina from cities like Seattle or Boston, and they're shocked by how car-dependent life becomes. If you're someone who values being able to walk or take public transit to most places, living in Cary, North Carolina is going to be a major lifestyle adjustment. Hold on. Before I reveal the next truth about living in Cary, North Carolina, if you're seriously considering this move, you need my complete relocation guide. I've packed everything you need to know about moving to the Triangle area into one comprehensive resource. Text CARY to 919-607-4844 right now to get your free Cary Real Truth Relocation Guide. This isn't some generic brochure. This is insider information that could save you thousands of dollars and months of frustration. Now, let's talk about truth number 3 that could be a deal breaker for your family. Truth number 3 about moving to Cary, North Carolina, the social and academic pressure in this community is intense, and it affects the entire family. Cary, North Carolina has developed a reputation as a high-achieving community, and that comes with expectations. The schools in Cary, North Carolina are excellent, but they're also extremely competitive. Your kids will be surrounded by classmates whose parents are doctors, engineers, executives, and entrepreneurs. The academic pressure starts early and never lets up. I've had parents tell me that moving to Cary, North Carolina felt like entering an arms race of extracurricular activities. Piano lessons, travel sports teams, SAT prep courses, volunteer work. The competition to get into top colleges starts in elementary school here. And it's not just the kids feeling the pressure. As a parent living in Cary, North Carolina, you'll be expected to volunteer for school events, participate in neighborhood activities, and maintain a certain standard. The community involvement in Cary, North Carolina is wonderful, but it can also feel overwhelming if you're not prepared for it. The Triangle area attracts a lot of Type A personalities, especially in Cary. If you're someone who values a more laid-back lifestyle, or if you don't want your family's worth measured by academic and professional achievements, the culture in Cary, North Carolina might not be the right fit. Truth number 4 that real estate agents in Cary, North Carolina don't emphasize. The rapid growth is creating serious infrastructure challenges that affect your daily life. Cary, North Carolina is approaching 200,000 residents, and the growth shows no signs of slowing down. While growth can be good for property values, it's creating problems that impact everyone living in Cary, North Carolina right now. Construction is everywhere. New subdivisions, new shopping centers, road widening projects. You can't drive through Cary, North Carolina without encountering construction delays. What used to be quiet suburban streets are now dealing with cut-through traffic as people try to avoid the main road construction. The schools in Cary, North Carolina, despite being excellent, are struggling to keep up with enrollment. Some elementary schools are using trailers for classrooms. Getting your kids into certain programs or schools within the district is becoming increasingly competitive. Even basic services are feeling the strain. Getting appointments with doctors, dentists, or other professionals in the Triangle area often means waiting weeks or months. Popular restaurants in downtown Cary have hour-long waits on weekends. And here's something most people don't consider when moving to Cary, North Carolina. The infrastructure was designed for a much smaller population. The water and sewer systems, the roads, even the power grid are all being pushed to their limits during peak usage times. Truth number 5 about living in Cary, North Carolina, the environmental challenges go way beyond just hot summers. Yes, you probably know that summers in the Triangle area are hot and humid, but what they don't tell you about moving to Cary, North Carolina, is that the pollen situation is absolutely brutal. We're talking about pollen so thick, it covers your car, your patio furniture, everything. If anyone in your family has allergies, living in Cary, North Carolina during spring can be miserable. The humidity isn't just uncomfortable, it affects everything. Your energy bills will be higher because you'll be running air conditioning from April through October. Your hair will never look the same. Outdoor activities become limited during the peak summer months. And while Cary, North Carolina doesn't get hit by hurricanes directly, we do deal with the remnants. Power outages, flooding in low-lying areas, and severe thunderstorms are part of life in the Triangle area. If you're moving from somewhere with more predictable weather patterns, the variability in North Carolina weather can be challenging. The winter weather in Cary, North Carolina is mild compared to northern states, but when we do get ice or a trace of snow, the entire Triangle area shuts down. Schools close, grocery stores cleaned out, businesses close, and if you're not prepared, you can be stuck at home for days. Being from Connecticut, I laugh at this as I remember going to school in a foot of snow. Now, after hearing all these truths about living in Cary, North Carolina, you might be wondering who should still consider making this move. Moving to Cary, North Carolina makes sense if you're a family that prioritizes education above almost everything else. If having access to some of the best schools in North Carolina is worth the premium price tag, then Cary could be perfect for you. If you work in technology, healthcare, or education, and you can afford the cost of living in Cary, North Carolina, the job opportunities in the Triangle area are genuinely exceptional. The proximity to Research Triangle Park, Duke University, UNC Chapel Hill, and NC State creates a unique professional environment. Cary, North Carolina is ideal for people who want suburban family life, but still want access to cultural amenities. You can live in a safe, quiet neighborhood in Cary, North Carolina, and still be 20 minutes from downtown Raleigh's restaurants and entertainment. If you value community involvement and don't mind the social expectations that come with living in Cary, North Carolina, you'll find a level of civic engagement and neighborhood connection that's rare in many places. And if you're someone who can handle the financial pressure and lifestyle expectations of living in one of the Triangle area's most expensive communities, Cary, North Carolina offers a quality of life that's hard to match. If some of these truths about moving to Cary, North Carolina are deal breakers for you, let me suggest some alternatives in the Triangle area that might be better fits. Apex, North Carolina offers many of the same benefits as Cary. Good schools, safety, family-friendly community, but at a slightly lower cost. U.S. News & World Report ranked it number 7 in the nation and number 2 in North Carolina for its 2025-2026 Best Places to Live list. You're still in Wake County, still have access to the same job market, but without quite the same social pressure. If you want to be closer to downtown energy, consider neighborhoods in Raleigh like North Hills or Midtown. You'll have better walkability, more dining and entertainment options, and potentially better public transportation access. For families who want excellent schools but prefer a smaller town feel, look at communities like Holly Springs or 𝐘𝐿𝐒. You're still in the Triangle area, still have reasonable commutes to Research Triangle Park, but with more affordable housing and a more relaxed pace of life. Durham has undergone a renaissance and offers a more diverse, artsy community feel while still providing access to excellent jobs and Duke University. The cost of living is generally lower than Cary, North Carolina, and the culture is more laid back. Here's the bottom line about moving to Cary, North Carolina in 2025. It's an exceptional place to live if you can handle the cost, the pressure, and the rapid changes happening in the community. The schools really are among the best in the Southeast. The safety is genuine. The job opportunities in the Triangle area are outstanding, but it's not for everyone, and that's okay. The worst thing you can do is move to Cary, North Carolina without understanding what you're getting into. The families who thrive here are the ones who knew exactly what they were signing up for. If you're seriously considering moving to Cary, North Carolina, or anywhere in the Triangle area, I want to help you make the right decision for your family. I've successfully helped over 500 families relocate to this area, and I understand both the incredible opportunities and the real challenges. Text Cary to 919-607-4844 right now to get your free Cary Real Truth Relocation Guide. This comprehensive resource includes neighborhood comparisons, school district analysis, cost of living breakdowns, and insider tips that could save you thousands of dollars. I also offer complimentary consultation calls where we can discuss your specific situation and timeline for moving to Cary, North Carolina by going to my calendar link below. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more honest insights about living in the Triangle area. And if this video helped you understand the reality of moving to Cary, North Carolina, give it a thumbs up, and it helps YouTube share it with anyone else considering this move. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to helping you find the perfect place to call home in North Carolina. Phil Slezak Real Estate is brokered by LPT Realty, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.